Hello, I'm Galina Borskaya, independent opera company founding artistic director. COVID and 2020 in general was challenging year for a lot of us for many reasons. We had to change our plans, postpone and cancel. However, as you know, we cannot let the music stop. So we produced a remote short video of Die Fledermaus, which we just were performing before the COVID, the full production. Then we were able to make a Christmas concert with piano music performed by me. And now we are introducing to you our 6 concerts. We are very excited about it. We have absolutely wonderful musicians participating. Our first one is Brooke Lohman with amazing show-stopping arias. And then you will hear from me, Galina Borskaya, performing Ukrainian music. I'm from Ukraine, as you can guess from my accent. Then the third one will be wonderful singer, tenor Luke Norwell, performing romantic repertoire songs and arias. Then very special project will be The Seed of Dream. That's a beautiful piece dedicated to Holocaust for voice, cello and piano. It will come just in time for Holocaust Remembrance Day on April 8th. Then we have 2 more projects. Beautiful music by Rachmaninov for voice and piano, performed by 4 of our wonderful singers and me at the piano. And then our last project will be the set of another Russian composer, Sergei Prokofiev. He composed a set of 20 pieces called Vision Fugitives. So I will be collaborating with Liza Borskaya, who will create original choreography and dance it. So that's our 6 concerts. And now let me tell you a little bit about our website. If you want to know more about the company, please visit independentoperacompany.org. Sign up if you would like to get emails with more information, so you will get all the information about the concerts. And last but not least, if you like what you see and hear, please go to our Support IOC page and you will find various ways to support us. Thank you very much for listening and for supporting the arts. And now enjoy the show.
Greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this very, very special event on this very special day, Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance Day, a day we set aside to commemorate the loss of over 6 million people's lives, over 6 million people, most of them Jews, who perished during the Nazi Germany campaigns of World War II. I am very fulfilled and my heart is full in bringing Lori Laitman's song cycle, The Seed of Dream, to you with a fantastic ensemble.
Hi, my name is Thomas Loas and I'm playing cello in the production of The Seed of Dream by Lori Laitman. And first of all, I want to express how thankful I am to be part of this project, especially for the composer Lori Laitman, that she supported us and she even sent revised parts for us to rehearse. I'm also thankful for the Presbyterian Church of Brentwood for lending their space to us so generously with amazing acoustics. And lastly, I'm very thankful for the incredible musicians, Aaron Ball as baritone and Galina Borskaya on piano.
I just want to say that working on The Seed of Dream and performing it with singer Aaron Ball and cellist Thomas Lavas was an incredibly rewarding experience.
As a director, my take on this piece that colors, of course, my interpretation of it and the musical interpretation of it as well, is that we can overcome anything that's thrown our way as long as we remember and as long as we continue to be fueled by the inspiration that propels us. Remembrance and inspiration, right? And so these are the ingredients that lead toward hope and the future, and a bright future. That sounds very simple. It's not when one is in the thick of the briars that entrap us or imprison us, or the thick of social injustice, or in the thick of social oppression or political suppression of our attempts to create as artists. All of these are factors in this song cycle.
Hi, I'm composer Lori Laitman, and I wanted to say a few words about my composition, The Seed of Dream. The Seed of Dream was commissioned by Minna Miller and Music of Remembrance. Minna is the founder and artistic director of this unique organization based in Seattle, which is dedicated to presenting music composed in the Holocaust and to commissioning new works to tell new tales about this tragic period in our history. Music of Remembrance has commissioned 4 works from me, including The Seed of Dream.
The piece is based on poems by Abraham Sutzkever, a Holocaust survivor, and he experienced one of the most tragic and evil part of our history when millions of Jewish people were murdered by the Nazis.
What is genius for me about Lori's music is her ability to really create synthesis with the poetry she uses. And that is so incredibly important with this cycle, because this cycle happens to set the preeminent Yiddish poet Abraham Sutzkever's 5 of his selected poems, 4 of which were written while he and his wife were imprisoned in the Vilna ghetto in modern-day Lithuania.
4 of the poems were translated by Pulitzer Prize-winning poet C.K. Williams, and 1, Beneath the Whiteness of Your Stars, by Leonard Woolf. These first-person accounts, written between 1941 and 1944, not only bear witness to the destruction engulfing Sutzkever, but to the beauty of the word and the world.
The intent and the spirit of this particular cycle is filled with, yes, horror, but filled too with hope and optimism and an intense faith that we can overcome anything if we believe in something strongly enough. For Abraham Sutzkever, what that thing was his poetry.
The first song, I Lie in This Coffin, was written in the Vilna ghetto on August 30th, 1941, and it tells the true story of how Sutzkever hid from the Nazis by lying atop a dead body in a coffin.
And we encounter this reality right away at the beginning of the piece, where the poet is lying in a coffin, hiding from the Nazis.
The song opens with the piano in the bottom of its range, and the texture grows when the cello joins. The music takes a more hopeful turn when Sutzkever cries out to the soul of his dead sister as her memory gives him a sense of hope.
And it's so interesting to me that he felt as though his poetry and his word actually saved him. The muse of poetry.
And later on in the second and the third movement, we learn that he lost his mother and his own child was murdered. So he experienced incredible loss in his life. He lost almost everything that he had.
A Load of Shoes was written in the Vilna ghetto on January 1st, 1943, after Sutzkever glimpsed a pair of his mother's shoes in a pile of shoes a year after her death. He referred to this poem as the most macabre of death dances, and indeed there is very chilling language, particularly this line, "But the truth shoes, where are your feet?" I use a refrain, the heels clatter with a fearsome din, transported from Vilna to Berlin, and the 3/8 accompaniment throughout is meant to suggest the turning wheels of a cart.
To Berlin.
To My Child was written after the death of Sutzkever's murdered infant son and contains some of the most horrific imagery I have ever said. I wanted to swallow you, child, when I felt your tiny body cool in my hands like a glass of warm tea.
A little bit of historic context that I don't think you'll get in the poetry. Jewish women were not allowed in the ghetto to give birth. It wasn't kept secret, and they were giving birth. Wherever it happened to be, the Nazis were very quickly on hand to terminate the birth as soon as it happened. And that I believe is what happened here.
It also contains some of the most beautiful imagery, and it is from this particular line that I take the title, "Without words you are love, the seed of dream, unbidden third, who from the limits of the world swept two of us into consummate pleasure." This very long song is divided into distinct sections. You can listen for the descending triplet motif that accompanies the words, "Swallow you, child." The cello ends the song alone with a variation of the swallow motif.
So we go through emotions such as fear, anxiety, sadness, and anger. And what's amazing is that in the midst of this, the poet preserved his optimism.
Beneath the Whiteness of Your Stars was written in the Vilna ghetto in May 1943, and it combines my setting of Sutzkever's poem with that of Abraham Brudno, a composer in the ghetto who set this tune before he was murdered by the Nazis in 1943. This song was so challenging to compose because I had to construct a musical bridge connecting Brudno's beautiful strophic melody with my own through-composed tune.
Another special moment in the piece is in the fourth movement, where the singer and the cello plays, and the cello only plays pizzicato.
In the opening, a solo cello pizzicato line provides the barest of accompaniments, suggesting the depleted energy that Sutzkever was feeling at this time.
And it's a great instrumentation because it sounds so empty, and it expresses the loneliness of Abraham Sutzkever.
Brudno's melody and my melody will intertwine and alternate, and near the end, a glittering accompaniment suggesting the firmament will set the stage for the final rendition of Brudno's tune, sung in the original Yiddish.
He speaks so much of the reaching out to the white hands, the stars, which we can interpret as the firmament, the something bigger than ourselves, reaching out toward that, getting into that, leaning on that, and divining from that the strength and the inspiration to create and innovate oneself out of the most horrible and challenging of circumstances. Does this sound familiar? 2020, guys.
I think this piece really talks to us in the middle of this pandemic that the whole world is going through. Or most of us had to go through some kind of hardship, either financial, emotional, or spiritual, or some of us lost family members or got really sick.
In keeping with Sutskever's belief that art and nature and poetry and words could help to heal tortured souls, I chose to end the cycle with his poem of hope, No Sad Songs, Please. This was written in the Naraks forest after his escape from the ghetto. It was written on February 5th, 1944.
As the poet says in the fifth movement, no sad songs, please. And he talks about resurrection and redemption.
The hopefulness of the poem is expressed by a very lyrical melody atop accessible harmonies. The cello will often take the role of the voice during the instrumental interludes, and I repeat the words, no sad songs, please, near the end, with a plea for understanding and hope.
Whatever the horror happens to be, we have to remember, because if we choose not to remember because it's so horrible and the way it makes us feel, that means we don't carry anything with us into the future.
I hope that this piece will restore and remind us of this hope that we can all have. And I hope that you will enjoy listening to this piece as much as we enjoyed playing it.
The Seed of Dream is very challenging work, and it's a beautiful work. It was challenging, definitely, emotionally, intellectually, musically, and in the meantime, it was one of those experiences that definitely make life worth living, for me at least.
I wish to thank Aaron Ball for finding my music and remaining so committed to it over the years. And thank you, Aaron, Thomas, and Galina, for your hard work in preparing this song cycle. I hope you enjoy the music.
No sad songs.
Und dort, wo ist die Freu, in Kinderschich in alle, wo seh ich nicht kein Kind, was tut nicht on die Kalle, die Schichele Chatzin. Durch Kinderschich und Schkrabes, ich derkenn mei Mame Schich, sie pflegt sie bloß auf Schabes, a räuft sie auf sich. Uns klappen die Abzassen, wohin, wohin, wohin? Von alte Wilner Gassen, mit treibt uns kein Berlin.
Suit made of wood, a bark tossed on treacherous waves, a cradle, an ark. From here where all flesh is taken to eternity, I call to you. sister. And you, in your distance, still hear me. Something stirs in my coffin. A presence, you're here. I know you by the stars of your eyes, your light, your breath, your tear. Your light, your breath, your tear. This is the order of things and the plot today, tomorrow not. But now in my coffin, my suit made of wood, my speech lives, my speech sings. Cartwheels rush quivering. What is their burden? Shoe shivering. The cart is like a great ball. The shoes crushed together as though at a ball. A wedding, a party, have I gone blind? Who have shoes left behind? The heels clatter with the fearsome din, transported from Vilna to Berlin. I should be still, my tongue is like meat, but the truth shows. Where are your feet? The feet from these boots with buttons outside, or these with no body, or these with no bride. Where is the child who fit in these? Is the maiden barefoot who bought these? Slippers and pumps, look, there are my mother's, her Sabbath pairing with the others. The heels clatter with the fearsome din, transported from Vilna, transported from Vilna to Berlin. because of hunger, or because of great love, your mother will bear witness. I wanted to swallow you, child, when I felt your tiny body cool in my hands like a glass of warm tea. Neither stranger were you nor guest on earth. One birth's only oneself. One links oneself into rings, and the rings into chains. Child, a word for you would be love, but without words you are love, the seed of dream, unbidden bird, who from the limits of the world swept two of hearts into consummate pleasure. How can you shut your eyes, leaving me here in the dark world of snow you've shrugged off? You never even had your own cradle to learn the dances of the stars. The shameful sun who never shone on you should shatter like glass. Your faith burned away in the drop of poison you drank down as simply as milk. I wanted to swallow you, child, to taste the future waiting for me. Maybe you will blossom again in my veins. I'm not worthy of you, though. I can't be your grave. I leave you to the summoning snow. This first respite, you'll descend now like a splinter of dust into the stillness. Bringing greetings from me to the slim shoots under the cold. whiteness of your stars. Stretch out toward me your white hand. All my words have turned to tears. They long to rest within your hand. See, the brilliant light grows darker in my eyes, grown cellar dim. And I lack a quiet corner from which to send them back again. Yet, oh Lord, oh my desire to leave you with my wealth of tears. In me there burns an urgent fire, and in the fire there burn my days, my days. Rest in every hole and cellar, weeps as might a murderer. I run the rooftops even higher, and I search. Where are you? Where? Past dancing courtyards I can run in chase by howling enemies. I hang at last a broken bowstring, and I sing to you like this. Beneath the whiteness of your stars, stretch out toward me your right hand. All my words are turned to tears. They long to rest within your hand. They long to rest. Unter deine weiße Stirn streckst du mir dein weiße Hand. Meine Welten sehen, drehen wie in Ruhen in dein Hand. Siehst du der Zählwinkel in mein kellerdicken Blick? Und ich hock und ich kein Winkel, seht zu sinken dir zurück. Und ich hock und ich kein Winkel, seht zu schenken dir zurück. Oh, sad songs, please, sad songs, just tease that sorrow. Words to betray and names forever and tomorrow. riches of the heart, you yourself are resurrected. Stretch your hands out to that whiteness in its cold and burning veins. You'll feel returning the redeeming life it contains.